Alrighty, we are on page 21 doing target C. And I like target C because it's very similar to target B. And so we're going to dive right in it. And so we're going to use everything that we've learned so far in order to find a missing piece of the information. So for this problem specifically, it says find the missing side length. And so we are going to do problem 1 and we're going to find the missing side length. So I see that I have a picture here. And in this picture, I can see that I have 2 triangles. I have a triangle here. And I can draw that line. And I also have a triangle right here. And this is similar to what we've done before because we've even gone as far as taking 3 triangles and finding their similar sides. But target C is a little bit easier than that because we're only going to do 2 triangles at once. And you don't even need to really make sure that you have your triangles. So for instance, we're going to rely heavily on the picture. And so I have a building here. And it's H feet tall. I don't know how tall it is. And it is going to be, here's me. And so I am going to find the height of the building by making proportions. So I'm going to do the height of the building with the height of the flagpole. And I'm going to take that and set it equal to the shadow of the building divided by the shadow of the flagpole. So you want to do height with height and shadow with shadow. We are going to make the corresponding parts proportionate. And so I'm going to take the height of the building, which I don't know yet. And I'm setting a proportion with the height of the flagpole, which is 35. So H over 35. And I'm going to set that equal to, I'm going to do height with height, which I already did. And I'm going to set it equal to shadow with shadow. So your shadows are right next to you. And since I started this fraction with the height of the building, I need to start the top of this fraction with the shadow of the building. The 2 numbers on top of my fraction should come from the shadow. Or I'm sorry, the 2 numbers on top of my fraction should come from the building. And then I'm going to take the that and divide it by the length of the shadow of the flagpole. And then once I get here, we are going to cross multiply. So we know how to do that. I have 60 times H is equal to 35 times 170. And then you can follow along in a calculator. You should have a calculator, but if you do that math, I'm going to have 60H is equal to 5,950. I need to get H by itself, so I divide by 60. And H is going to equal either, you can give me a fraction, 595 divided by 6, or you can give me a decimal. It would be 99.16 meters. So a couple things here. Don't forget, you can give me a fraction or a decimal, but don't forget your units. So I should even put in meters here. Meters. So don't forget your units, and you can give me fraction or decimal for this one. So we're setting up proportions using a picture, and we're doing height with height and shadow with shadow. If we were going to do height with height and long, we can do short with short and long. The problem will give you different options, and so that's how we would do this first problem. Just setting up your proportions is the big part. With that being said, for question 2, it's very, very similar. And I'm just going to set up the proportions with you. For your answer, you can check my keyed notes that are I also sent to you. But this is all for this problem. Sometimes you're not always going to have a fun picture. I just have 2 triangles here, and I still want to set up their proportions. I want to find which sides correspond. So I'm going to I could also do the height of this triangle divided by the height of this triangle. So 21 divided by 4x plus 16. So I'm corresponding sides. I'm doing the height with the height, and then I'm going to do the length with the length. So the length of this triangle divided by the length of this triangle. So that's how I would set that up, and I want to cross multiply. You can check my picture out for the answer, please do, and then watch the video of part 2 for the other 2 problems that we will do.